This is the parking lot for my favorite hike in San Francisco, and it was a beautiful sunny day when I left in San Jose, and it looks beautiful in the directions we're looking now, but for the past 10 miles or so it's been very foggy, and my hike is in that direction towards the Golden Gate Bridge, so it might be clear or it might not. This general area is called Land's End, and we are here, and the trail goes this way. In San Francisco's heydays, which were probably about from the recovery of the great earthquake in 1912 up to 1930, there was an amusement park here, and there were streetcar lines coming directly to it, and down that direction for 5 miles or so is what is called the Great Highway, and it is still the major beach area for San Francisco, but all that is there now is beach and sand dunes on the beach side of the highway, with residents and the end of Golden Gate Park on the other side. This is National Park property, Golden Gate National Recreation Area specifically, and as recently as a year ago, this very fancy parking lot was nothing but a big open dirt lot with no spaces designated or anything like that, but it was used for many years before that as the parking area for this trail. The trail's been here since the streetcars stopped running, probably. But these ruins down here were not even visible a year or at least 2 years ago, unless you walk down through heavy brush or woods. That's a sample of the woods there, but it's much thinner now than it was then. Those green branches there are more typical of what the whole hillside looked before. Hard to get through. The Sutro baths are probably the first famous baths in San Francisco, and they were for the beaches, which were just down the way here. Changing rooms and things like that is what they were. And these, of course, are just the ruins of it now. There's nothing there anymore. But a year ago, this was just a dirt trail, and once not in this position, it was directly across the field there, and it meets another trail that's still there that is bigger and more direct, straight, rather than curving like this one does. This is an easier walk, probably, at least on your ankles and your shoes. There's a shortcut path through there that you're not supposed to take anymore. Now the new trail is joining the original one, which is where the streetcars approached down here to the beach area. So this is one of the original rails to trails trail in the country. It's been a trail as long as I've been coming to San Francisco. Not sure what year I first came here, but probably as early as 1968 or 69 when visiting from Santa Barbara. This was actually a steam train, which I had forgotten, not just an electrical streetcar that came through here. And then up there is the remains of a ship that was hit in World War II, damaged severely. I think it was the SS San Francisco, or at least it was named for something local here, and that's why it's here as a memorial. And there's a big parking lot up there too. The last time I was here, that parking lot was under reconstruction and not being used, but it might be open now, I'm not sure. Well, you can see that there's a lot of fog going into the Golden Gate in front of us here, but it might make some interesting pictures. Well, there's the first view of the bridge, which is just a few feet further from where we stopped to look at the hull of the ship. Over there across the bay entry is the Marin Headlands, Marin County, which is what's on the other side of Golden Gate Bridge. And of course, Route 101 goes all the way from there on up into Oregon, eventually, another 400 miles or so from here. So this is a beautiful picture. To get some nice blue water and a lot of the bridge, and yet also some nice gray fog. Well, by this I'm guessing that the parking lot at the top is open now, because this walkway is open, and this was not open the last time I was here. There was a rough trail going up over there, but they're planting that over now and prohibiting it being used. It'd be good exercise for me to walk up there, but I don't think I will. Got lots of other walking to do. Well, on my screen I can't even see the bridge, though by the naked eye I can see it quite well. I used my digital zoom, which I found since my last hike has to be used when the video is not actually running, and it'll stay in close up after you set it. There have been a number of shipwrecks in the gate, as you can imagine. And right now the foghorns are going, more noticeably than at most times I'm here. So now we find that there were actually both steam and electric streetcar lines coming out here. So no wonder I was confused. paved trail ended for the electric streetcars was and right about here is where I was once met, jogging toward me, Robin Williams, flanked by two big burly bodyguards, or at least I presume that's what they were. He is one of San Francisco's most famous celebrities now. This is an older trail going up to the upper parking lot and park area that I referred to earlier.